Hello everyone, welcome back to This Day in Weather. If you're just joining this channel, this is where you can learn about weather events that occurred in the United States on the date the video was posted in years past. Today is October 8th. On this day in 1871, much of the city of Chicago, Illinois was burned to the ground by the Great Chicago Fire, which was started by strong southwest winds and a prolonged drought. In the city, around 250 people died in the fire, and it destroyed over 17,000 buildings. Peshtigo, Wisconsin was also devastated by fires that same night as gale-force winds pushed flames across the town. Those fires caused at least 1,500 deaths, possibly as many as 2,500, and burned 1 million acres of land. In Michigan, 2.5 million acres were burned and another 200 people died in other fires. Fires generated by intense heat caused houses to explode and burned people seeking refuge in open fields to death. On this day in 1878, Monticello, Iowa was hit by an estimated F3 tornado around 5:30 p.m. The Catholic Church and several homes were demolished. No one was killed, but 11 people suffered injuries. The German church in Richland township and other buildings in the surrounding county were destroyed. In Sigourney, Iowa, a hail and windstorm occurred during the evening hours and caused considerable damage. Fences and shade trees were blown down, and glass was broken by hail, which fell in large stones. On this day in 1901, flooding rains in Galveston, Texas dumped nearly a foot of rain in only 6 hours. These rains came exactly 13 months after the infamous Galveston Hurricane in 1900. On this day in 1919, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas were struck by a tornado outbreak. An F3 tornado touched down in Arthur City, Texas, caused a fatality, crossed into Oklahoma, and caused 2 more fatalities in a home northeast of Hugo. An F4 tornado moved through Hoisington, Kansas, which is 11 miles north of Great Bend, Kansas. The tornado destroyed or damaged 60 homes and resulted in $200,000 1990 United States dollars in damage, which equates to over $3.74 million in 2025 United States dollars. 4 people were killed, 25 others were injured, and business papers and canceled checks were found to have been carried 55 miles to the northeast in Lincoln, Nebraska. On this day in 1946, a Category 1 hurricane made landfall in Bradenton, Florida, and tracked north-northeast across Tampa Bay. To date, this is the most recent hurricane to make a direct landfall in the Tampa Bay area. On this day in 1958, an F3 tornado traveled 23.1 miles and 300 yards through Parnell, Grant City, and Eagleville, Missouri. Per a newspaper report from a couple days later, 67 farmsteads suffered extensive damage in Nodaway and Worth Counties. 33 homes in those counties were destroyed or damaged. A dozen of the homes were located in the southern part of Parnell. Near Grant City, a pickup truck was tossed into a ditch. The tornado caused 2 fatalities and 7 injuries. On this day in 1982, an unusually early snowstorm struck the northern Black Hills of Wyoming and South Dakota. The storm dumped up to 54 inches of snow, and winds were as high as 70 miles per hour. The snowfall was dependent upon topography. Rapid City, South Dakota, just 20 miles away, only received a trace of snow. On this day in 2016, Hurricane Matthew made landfall as an 85-mile-per-hour Category 1 hurricane at Cape Romain National Wildlife Refuge near McClellanville, South Carolina. Matthew first developed as a tropical storm on September 28th near Barbados and continued westward under the influence of a mid-level ridge and intensified into a hurricane on the 29th and rapidly intensified from an 80-mile-per-hour Category 1 hurricane to a 165-mile-per-hour Category 5 hurricane by the 30th. On October 4th, Matthew made landfall as a 150-mile-per-hour Category 4 hurricane near Les Anglais, Haiti, the strongest to hit Haiti since Cleo in 1964. Matthew continued northward, weakened slightly, and made landfall in Miami, Cuba early on the 5th. Cuba's and Haiti's mountainous terrain weakened Matthew to a Category 3 hurricane as it accelerated northwestwards through the Bahamas, but re-strengthened back to a Category 4 hurricane as it passed Freeport, Bahamas. As it closely paralleled the coast of Florida and Georgia, Matthew weakened significantly as the western portion of the outer eye wall came ashore in Florida as a Category 3 hurricane, while the inner eye wall remains just offshore. Late on the 7th, Matthew weakened to a Category 2 hurricane, then to a Category 1 on the 8th before the South Carolina landfall. After the landfall, convection became displaced from the center as it pulled away from land due to increasing wind shear, and Matthew became extratropical east of Cape Hatteras, North Carolina on the 9th. The remnants stuck around for another day before they were absorbed by a cold front. Matthew caused a total of 731 fatalities, including 47 in the United States, 26 of which were in South Carolina, and damage totaled $16.5 billion 2016 United States dollars, which equates to over $22.272 billion in 2025 United States dollars. Due to the destruction Matthew caused, that name was retired following the 2016 Atlantic season and was replaced with Martin, starting with the 2022 season. That will close up this edition of This Day in Weather, but be sure to stay tuned in because whenever there's a new video, you will learn about weather events that occurred in the United States on the date the video was posted in years past. Please hit the thumbs up button to like this video. Please hit the subscribe button to be sure to never miss a new video. If you're just joining this channel, please check out all the other videos that have been posted on this channel, and please check out my Patreon at patreon.com/c/thisdayinweather for more content.